Sheik, what happened?
I heard about you. You Canibus son of a bitch.
Lyrical motherfucking law.
So what y'all niggas think on that shit?
Brandon, what do you think, man?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I thought it was good, buddy. But yeah, I thought it was good, man. I think his production, the production on this album, it fit Canibus to a T. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, don't you think a lot of those songs on there was old? Because like the Royce da 5'9".
I think the Royce da 5'9" was an old record.
Well, I think it was only like just before that beef happened.
Okay.
I don't think it was like years old or anything like that, because you can kind of tell that it's Royce's later rhyme style. But it's funny that you brought that up, because I was going to mention that's the only song on the whole album that I did not think fit
The hook was terrible. I didn't like the
Raps
hook.
my bread.
Yeah, I didn't like the hook. I didn't like the hook. It was terrible. But
I wasn't really that into that track. The verses were nice, but the track itself, from the beat to the hook, it didn't fit the rest of the album.
And then was it me, or did that album seem a little longer than 13 tracks?
It
Like,
did.
cause I remember,
Yeah,
I know, cause I remember I was listening to it, I'm like, damn, I'm only on track 5. Like, I felt like I was on.
But you know why? It's because Canibus put so much like shit into it that it's like
it's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's a lot of words, and it's like big words, and it's a lot of metaphors, and it's a lot of everything. So he talking about aliens and science and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? It gets in your ear, man. It just sounds longer than what it is.
I didn't think he really did that too much on this album. I think that with this album he gave people exactly what they needed. It was like, I liked how he focused the album on traditional rap ciphers, like, because at first I was like, why does he have so many goddamn features? And then when I thought about it, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. He's basing it on ciphers, and that was like a really cool idea. That who really does that anymore? Who really bases hip-hop albums on traditional hip-hop, like culture? Like, who does that?
So that explains some of the album titles. Because for me,
exactly.
You know what? Because I'll be honest. Like I listened to it earlier this week. Once or twice, and I was like, okay, it's good, but I didn't really get a chance to really dive into it that much and digest it. Because, so that said, woke up this morning, grabbed my iPhone, my Sony headphones, went out, and I was cutting grass, and I had this playing. So as I was, this morning, I woke up cutting grass this morning. So while I was cutting,
country boy swag.
So during that process, I had a chance to actually really listen to the album. Like I heard some of the lyrics and stuff, but I actually had a chance to really digest the album the way I wanted to, man. And I got to tell you, because one thing that I was talking to C-Town about earlier this week was I liked the album, but I didn't have the original track list, so it threw me off. And I was like, because every single track it was a feature, and I didn't know who the hell. I was like, what? I thought this was Canibus, not Canibus and Friends.
I remember you said that. Remember what I said?
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, maybe he did that because he didn't think that people were gonna buy the album if he didn't have all these features. But I think both of us couldn't have been more wrong.
Go ahead, Fico, let's go, man.
Man, for me, I'm not saying that the album was bad. I honestly, I think the album was pretty good. I was bored with it though. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little boring to me.
I knew it.
It was a little boring. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew
it.
I wasn't like so excited about it and nothing like that. But the album is good. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I wanted this to do?
It's good.
I wanted this to take away your bad perception of Undergods. I wanted this to prove to you that Canibus is not a clown and that dude can spit.
No, but wait. Hold on. I never said...
I know you didn't. I know you didn't. But I'm saying, when you listen to Undergods, you're like, what's Canibus talking about?
You know what? Because
but I wanted this album to make you understand why he did Undergods.
No, all right, look. I understood why.
But you just didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to change your opinion.
Yeah, I didn't like Undergods. I understood the point that y'all was trying to make on it and everything. But this album here, it was good. It was a very good hip-hop album. Like you said, all of the ciphers was hot. You know what I'm saying? The track that y'all was talking about with the hook, is it the one that it sounded like real choppy?
It was real happy.
Talking about the 11-minute track?
Oh my God, that shit irritated
that was weird.
That irritated me.
Yes, that was the only one. I didn't know what he was trying to do with
the
that.
choppy thing?
I understood what he was trying to do with the choppy thing
I liked it.
Really?
I liked the choppy because at first I was like, what the fuck is this? Is like my phone skipping? Like what the hell is the computer skipping? But you know what? After I heard it, I was like, you know what? That's very interesting to put that in there. I never heard nothing like that.
You didn't tune out at all?
Yeah.
No, I didn't tune it out. I liked it.
You're not gonna put
11
that
minutes?
shit on.
Oh no, I didn't like the duration.
Oh,
But you like the idea.
I like the idea.
Okay, yeah, the idea was
The
neat,
idea was cool.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a chopped up Canibus verse. Like I want to hear what he's talking
And
about.
we've heard that idea before.
Yeah, we
Don't
have.
chop the shit up
We have.
and confuse the hell out of us. That shit made my ears they were like when Canibus started rapping without chopped up, the shit was chopped up.
yeah, it was a bad
Yeah.
way to end the album.
It was a bad way to end the album.
I agree, but I really like that hook stood out to me because I never heard.
What was
nothing
the
like
hook?
I don't know. Well, you know,
It was
Like honestly, I didn't even listen to the last song.
I
After I
liked
listened
it.
to it over and over, I just
turned it
skipped that.
off.
Yeah, I don't want
too.
to hear it anymore.
I looked at it on
listen to it.
my iPod and I was like, wait, there's still another 6.5 minutes of this shit?
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't finish that track either.
I liked another
I
line
liked
Canibus had, man. He was talking about I'll still be around after the internet era is over or something like that. He said, man, I thought that was pretty dope.
You know what? With Canibus albums,
Better than walking
just
through
like
bags.
just like with any Canibus album, it's always hard for me to walk away and say, you know what? I like this line and I like this line because to me, Canibus has so many fucking crazy ass, dope ass like one-liners on his albums. And I think that's what's gonna set this album apart for certain people. That's probably why I liked it so much more than someone like Fibo might. This is really a grown ass man album. I'm not saying you're not a grown ass man, but I'm saying this is like one of those older fan albums. Like this isn't gonna appeal to a Big Sean fan.
It's gonna appeal
This
to 35.
it's gonna appeal to a motherfucker that want to hear like battle rap, that wants to hear like
Canibus
real hard
fans.
lyrics.
Yeah,
Cannabis fans,
Yeah.
motherfuckers who know what cannabis is
Who've been
about.
riding with Canibus
Yeah,
since
That's
day
why.
one.
That's why I was so mad. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I mean, no, not, but see, coming from that aspect, that's why I appreciated Undergods. I understand why you didn't like it, but coming from a place that I've loved Canibus from the first album, I don't care what y'all say.
No, I bought that. I still
No,
have it.
I know y'all, but y'all always
Oh,
like, well, you know, that left a sour taste in your mouth because of the production and all that. That's why, you know, to me, Canibus's rhymes outshine the production being not the best. Same with Nas, you know. So when I ride with Canibus for that long, when I got to the Undergods, it made me appreciate it because I'm like someone that can take their skill level down 7 notches to go with Murray. That's fucking commendable. You know, to me at least.
It's good to dumb it down.
It's
That's good to dumb
good
it
that
down.
he can do that for an entire album. Because you always expect those complex, over-the-top lyrics from Canibus, and that's what he brought with this album. This album is start to finish, in my opinion, start to finish fire. There's not, except for Bread and Butter being a little bit annoying, there's not a track that wasn't good on that album.
So you're right. So when I put it on, I was like, okay, this is all Canibus. Do the production, Matt? Yes. And that was the thing that I definitely had to make sure that I understood when I listened to the album. So you're absolutely right, man. I think you were dead on with that.
It's the same Canibus all the time, and he spits hard, and I love this shit, but it gets boring. It's like saying it like your favorite Subway sandwich. If you eat it every fucking day, you're not gonna like it
But
that
don't
much
you want
anymore.
that sandwich to be consistent in taste?
No, I agree. Of course, that's why it's your favorite sandwich.
But I can tell you exactly why he didn't really get into it. And I don't want this to sound insulting at all, but I think the reason that it probably got a little boring to you is because the songs themselves were not that memorable when you take them away from the album. It's a dope album start to finish, but it's not like he had memorable hooks. So you don't walk away singing a song in your head. That's probably why he didn't dig it.
It wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was.
Not just that.
I'm kidding.
You know what I'm saying? But his shit was hard. He spit hard. The lyrics was there. It just got.
It just didn't work for you.
Yeah.
I think if he had memorable hooks, I think if the beats were a little more differentiated between, you know, throughout the album, it probably, because I can totally understand you saying it's boring. I can totally understand that. Because that's not really the kind of hip-hop that I could see you listening to. Just this, I'm going hard for 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
You know what? Sometimes it's refreshing to listen to that.
Right, but not very often.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, I always say, you know, there's certain things that's like iPod music, there's certain things that's car music, there's certain things that's like club music. Like I segregate the music I listen to, you know, very specifically. So when I listen to Canibus is iPod music for me. It's something that I can't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of other things while I'm doing it. Because you know what, I was actually skimming the internet. I was browsing the internet while doing it. And I had to stop.
Positive and negative.
And listen to it.
What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, the positive is that he was the lyrical law. I mean, the album itself was just crazy.
He lived up to the title.
Yeah, he lived up to the title. It was perfect. The production in Canibus in the ciphers, it fit perfect. The negative is the last track. That's the fucking last track. That's the negative. I ain't like that last track. He could have went without that last track.
All I know is go cop it. I like the album. I think if there was a negative, it had to be the last track. I mean, if he could have took out the chopping shit, you know, he would have had an ill track. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, I don't have to listen to it, so I can just take that, delete it, and I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. But I think the thing is, you know, a lot of people have been asking us to review this, you know, for a minute, for a while. You know, and we definitely want to make sure that we got that out for them, man. So I think overall, man, it lived up to my expectations of Canibus.
It's lyrical law.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It really
definitely
is. For me, you know, like Mike said, you know, he understands why it was boring. It was just boring to me. It was just boring. You know what I'm saying? But if you like lyrics, you like hip hop, go cop it.
Rap show klepto and need Mike I steal. Y'all niggas don't belong here like Michael Steele at a Republican party. I go for your leave cum stains on Sarah Palin's veneers for sure. Like I'm in Mordor, trying to burn the ring up. The blacks in me knock your block off like playing Jenga. Have sex with the whole world.